Welcome back to Kuni 2. So yeah, let's see if we're all prepared.
Where'd the music go?
I accidentally
This is a
pressed the
tense
pause
moment.
button. I accidentally pressed the pause button.
Or
Tommy,
objectives.
we're at level
Anyway,
1.
or objectives, Each up floor of the labyrinth has specific objectives, the completion of which will earn you bonus orbs. The harder the objective, the more orbs you'll get for completing it. What do those orbs do, you say? Well, we'll see.
The shiny things everyone can have in this collection of other orbs.
No. Basically, it works exactly like the orbs in the Faraway Forest. The more you collect, the better the better reward you'll get from the treasure chests at the end of every 20 floors. So basically, the more objectives you complete, the better the rewards you'll get. So once again, again, keeping to the philosophy of the game, rewarding you for going out of your way to do the harder stuff.
Seriously though, Tardy was supposed to be on an excursion here. Wake up!
Mm-hmm.
What he said.
Loading.
And stop waggling your tail at me!
Alright, Labyrinth level 21.
Who's wagging whose tail at who now?
Alright, so the orb objectives here are to use the full zing skills twice, aka attacks with your weapons at 100%. Use two higgledy skills
with great gusto then.
Use two higgledy skills and steal an item. Basically, there are certain skills you can use on the characters that steal items, so make use of one of those. Alright, so the labyrinth works basically exactly like the other randomly generated dungeon crawling dungeons. Again, taking inspiration from the Dark Cloud series. And this is by far the biggest one they've made, with a total of 100 floors. But yeah, like the game told us, you don't have to do all 100 floors all at once. You can take a break every 20 floors.
Alright, Batu, you take the lead for a bit.
Yar, welcome to Ding Dong Dell 2, Batu's excellent adventure.
That's because one of the biggest objectives that you see is win using only Batu. So might as well take advantage of that, since the win using only this character objectives are always some of the easiest ones to get done.
But aren't Tony and Roland still with him? So what's stopping them?
No. The game means you using only Batu.
The player in control.
Remember, you can switch party members at any point during the battle. So
I see.
Basically, participate in a battle by only you controlling, not switching characters.
Yeah.
Alright then, Batu, good job.
There you go.
Oh yeah, sure. You'll get to tag out of battles you might find a wee bit hard, but as soon as they're done, I can go back and act as if I've done it.
No. By all means, you get all the credit for that one.
The labyrinth is all.
Really? Then how come I see tomorrow's newspaper saying King Edwin single-handedly dominates things? Who do you think you are, John Connor?
To be fair, that's just the press making it seem that way. It's out of my hands there.
You won the press! But, sorry, go on, Pedro.
There you go. Another objective completed. And there you go. Basically, in order to move to the next floor, just find the next world warp thingy that the teleporty thingies, as Lofty calls them. Go to the next floor. But yeah, again, this dungeon works exactly like the other RNG dungeons. It's just a really big one with stronger monsters, and there's a lot more rewards you can get out of it because of the orb objective system. So there you go. Basically, again, if you've played the Dark Cloud games, this kind of thing should be familiar to you. The only difference between the Dark Cloud games and these is that you don't need to find a key to move to the next floor. You just need to find the door. Because in the Dark Cloud games, you needed to find first the key before you could open the door to the next floor. All right, let's change the tab to tweaker. Oh, I'm not. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I'm checking my difficulty just in case. Yeah. All right, first twinted monster. Take on Corey. There you go. See, there you go. Level 70. See, this is more apropos, right?
Oh,
what the hell?
What is that weird aura?
It's a blessed thing stay out impenetrable.
Queen, however, it will. Basically, yeah. Don't worry, you read that, Joker. Why not?
Then what are we waiting for? Let's do that.
Phantasm shield.
Yes,
field.
some monsters in the Midden Labyrinth will be surrounded by special barriers known as Phantasm Fields.
So, stagger gauge?
Not quite.
Kinda.
You'll see. This will absorb your attacks, preventing you from dealing any damage to the monsters they protect, meaning you can't just defeat them by brute force. You have to find a different way. They'll also replenish over time, so you'll need to deal a lot of damage very quickly in order to destroy them, meaning you have to find the weak spot or something that's super effective, you might say.
So it's essentially a more effective version of a stagger gauge then. As opposed to just meaninglessly striking at stuff, you have to find a weak point.
It's more so the stagger gauge is more about chaining magic to fill a gauge before the enemy is staggered. This is just like a barrier that forces the player to be a bit more thoughtful rather than just defeat the boss by brute force. However, since I'm over leveled as shit for this monster, I can just brute force my way still. However, keep in mind, this is we're at floor 23, and already we met a level 70 monster. Now imagine what's down at floor 100.
Surprise? What just happened exactly?
We beat a monster.
That's
But something was unusual about that monster.
Not sure. Whatever it was, we won't survive many more battles like that while unprepared.
Again, keep in mind that the game is made and structured in a way that just in case the player goes into this immediately after it unlocks during the main campaign.
I'd say it's time to build a tactical retreat and head back to the entrance hall. Let's see if we can pick up some intel that might help us from here on out.
Or we can ignore the failed president and go on without him.
This is why you're not the Chancellor, Batu.
Well, and there you go. See, there's that treasure chest right there. Like I said, every time you reach a certain floor, you'll be able to find a big treasure chest. The more orbs you... Go ahead, Wiz.
So that was more lofty to you, but anyway, go on.
Yeah, the more orbs you have, the better the reward you'll get from those chests. So again, when you think your objectives are attainable to your skills, by all means do them. They can only benefit you. The more you do, the more rewards you'll get, and the easier it will make to go through the entire labyrinth. It'll
be like those tickets you get at arcade machines. You've got 1,000 of them, and all you can get is a pencil.
Much like the adventure pack, the Lair of the Lost Lord expansion was also designed with the new difficulties in mind. In fact, one of the golden trophy of this expansion is defeat the final boss of this dungeon in hard mode, not in expert mode, fortunately, because the expert mode is fucking brutal. So yeah, there's that at least. However, once again, fortunately nowadays, thanks to the 4.0 patch, the level cap has been up to 150. So if you grind to 150, we'll make that trophy a lot easier. All right, there you go. See, all right, not quite stronger than the other axes that Batu has, but whatever. It's always good to sell. Or at the very least use for other, or at the very least we can always try to uncurse it with Lily's help. All right, next floor. Or never mind, I forgot we're returning to the entrance hall. Never mind.
But we already know what to do.
If we don't do something about these barriers, we won't be able to make it any further into the labyrinth. Maybe we should get Cole to deal with it.
Indeed. It would seem that they render our attacks entirely ineffectual, unless, of course, we are
Yes,
overleveled.
that's exactly what... Huh?
Unless, of course, we're overleveled.
Well, that is what barriers tend to do.
So why are we wasting time?
Lad, you've a visitor from Ding Dong Dell.
Oh.
A visitor? I wonder who it could be.
Probably Raja, since she's our big friend from Ding Dong Dell right now. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how you could have possibly have known, Pedro.
Go ahead, Shiroi.
There you are, Master Evan. It's been too long. Really, it has.
As to Jova, the first time I was playing this on my PS4, I actually managed to guess, because probably Raja. I mean, I doubt Mazinger will come from here on his own.
gotcha! Goss, how lovely to see you! How can I help you?
Unfortunately, Ding Dong Dell is...
Some cheese.
Unfortunately, Ding Dong Dell is in trouble. Here you go. Go ahead.
I'm here on official business. I have a special delivery for you from King Mausinger.
Mausinger. It's Mausinger.
You were going to say something, Cribs?
No, it's just like, all these mice want is what all mice want.
Cheese.
Yeah.
I think that's a microaggression.
That's stereotyping, bro.
Yeah, that's stereotyping.
But it's true.
Anyway.
It's only truth in television, anyway.
You've received a letter.
Alright.
To my esteemed friend
my dearest King Evan, the enclosed instruction book was discovered during a recent survey of the sewers in Ding Dong Dell. You can think of no more fitting place for it when you're by your side. Rumors reach us from a mysterious labyrinth that has appeared near a great kingdom. We pray for a swift and safe resolution to this troubling turn of events. Your eternal friend and servant, King Mausinger of Ding Dong Dell.
Yeah,
So essentially, good luck, Evan. Don't give up.
Remember, Dwips, that's kind of how this works. Every time someone of the that's part of the Declaration of Independence is in trouble,
give them stuff from the sewers.
No, there's help. They need help. That's the basic gist of it, Dwips.
Also, the sewers in this world are pretty clean.
Aranella's diary.
Hey, here you go, Evan. From the sewers, the diary of your dead cat.
No, it didn't come from the sewers, Dwips. This belonged to Nella.
Actually, yes, the letter said that they found it there.
It came from the sewers.
Why were they surveying the sewers? Is something wrong?
Oh,
yeah.
In fact, we're about to get a sequence of it's tied to that.
Sherry?
Actually, we've been having a bit of trouble with monsters acting up down there. King Mausinger ordered a thorough investigation to find out what's been going on.
None of the investigators returned.
Fortunately...
Ironic, the rats have to scour the sewers for pests.
Well, the cats don't fit down there.
How about the humans? They seem to exist in Ding Dong Dell now.
Considering Evan is half cat, most likely he doesn't take much pleasure in going into water.
Well, boo-hoo, the king got go in the sewers.
These big brutes have appeared, but apparently they have some kind of special protection that the soldiers we've been sending to clear them out can't make so much as a scratch on them.
That sounds familiar, actually. Okay, actually, they have. You know what, Roger? Sure, let's we'll investigate. That actually might be helpful for us as well. Sure.
Sounds a lot like they're using phantasm fields.
Yeah.
I was
convenient that we just happened to face a monster that had that.
Indeed. My monocle tells me this must be the case.
Very nice, Spectre. Yes, it does. Perhaps we should go and take a look. They might help us find a way to break down the fields.
Jova? Oh.
Yay.
Ew.
Okay.
Thank you, Evan. That's marvelous news. I'll hurry back and tell them right away.
No, it's not bloody marvelous.
be sure to grab a lifesaver for Lofty, I think.
It is bloody marvelous.
Oh, and thanks for the diary. I hope it's been cleaned off. I can't wait to see what it says. Ronan, would you like to check it?
Ooh, can I check it?
Intriguing stuff. So these are the secret combat techniques of the warrior maidens of Ding Dong Dell, passed down from generation to generation. Seems Aranella was working on perfecting them.
So there you go, we're about to learn a new gameplay mechanic.
My favorite, actually, of the bunch.
Assassinating?
No.
No.
Dwebs?
Warrior maidens, eh? There's a minute and a half. What manner of techniques are we speaking of, pray tell?
Judo chops and flip kicks.
It would seem that this particular style focuses on exploiting the points of maximum vulnerability that an enemy will inevitably expose during the course of battle.
Yeah, that sounds like assassination.
It's actually inspired by Bayonetta, of all things.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. By evading at the very last moment, a foe can be caught completely off guard and his weakness laid bare. In other words, security is sacrificed for the sake of efficacy. An intriguing trade-off.
I thought it was saying efficiency. Why?
Efficacy, as in if something that's effective.
No, I actually no. There is a term. I didn't know there was an equivalent in English to begin with.
There is too. It's just that they don't use it very much. They usually use it in different contexts. The word efficient is more commonly used in these cases. Anyway, go ahead, Shiri.
Get in some serious research before trying to implement something like this.
It's actually really easy to do, Bracken. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Also, since we were talking about Bayonetta, Bracken, fancy replacing your prosthetic legs with one with a gun at the end?
Oh,
Yes,
guns on
that would be
prosthetic
great.
legs. Oh, guns on prosthetic legs are tight.
Evan, you can take a look at Arenella's notes later. We need to deal with the monster in Ding Dong Dell sewers first.
Are you sure I can't just stay around and read it a bit more? I'm sure the monster
No.
will take the time.
Don't. Besides, Evan, I'm reading it for you.
Not just that, Evan.
How are you reading it? You're not
accepted the
even as
mission
tall as the
firsthand.
table.
I can just take it off the table and
Also,
read
you
it.
pasted for Shira this one night too?
How would you be able to reach it though? Your
I think
arms
I
don't
got
even go that far.
Distracted.
I think I got distracted by something. Maybe I don't know. This I
At
record.
some point, I've just
fine.
possessed each and every one of these characters.
Of course.
Yep.
You know, that would be actually awesome.
Wait, there's something else written here.
Save me, please.
Shiroi.
I hereby swear to you.
That's
Favor?
Shiroi. That's Shiroi. Actually, go ahead.
Oh, wait, there's no... Oh,
Read.
I hear... Okay, it was on a completely different part of the screen from where my view is. I hereby swear to all that is in my power to prevent King Evan... Protect King Evan.
I will prevent King Evan from
Prevent
being
him
born
from...
bounds of time. I don't care if I cause a time paradox or the flashpoint paradox.
Man,
I will prevent King Evan from being born, damn it.
Armadillo was a bitch.
Nella, what the hell were you thinking? Come on, we're on to Ding Dong Dell.
Reading Aranella's note and knowing your goal fills you with determination.
Evan.
Back to black. Oh, so Lewis Black. So Lewis Black is gonna come in and.
Evan, you think that's bad? Wait till you read the first page.
America's in chaos and they're buying bicycles for pigs.
Dear diary, my name is Aranella. I am commencing my first day as the main maid of that bloody useless king who somehow cut the minimum wage for women even further than it was.
Wow, my father cut the minimum wage.
Yes, now now the minimum wage is only 1 cent per day.
Oh, surely Marzinger saw to that.
Yes, Marzinger made them work for nothing.
I also would just like to point out that Kumbish Inn works basically just for you, so he's living only off the king's rent.
Exactly, and yet he's charging the king.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Well, he's a sky pirate, so I guess his pirate instincts of him are still there. So, all right.
Wouldn't he be charging more? Actually, you know what? No, don't give him any ideas.
It's okay. So let's check what exactly is the problem in the sewers of the Ding Dong Dell.
I hear you're having a sewer problem. Have you consulted Mario of the Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah, we completed our investigation. Turns out the corpse of Aradella is
Your
blocked in
Majesty,
the pipes.
I'm sorry to report that the monsters in the sewers seem to be getting stronger with each passing day. We can hold them back for now, but we won't be able to do so forever.
Look at that, cats and mice working together.
Mass hysteria. If I escape the sewers, the entire kingdom will be in grave danger. We must seek out the source of infestation and eliminate without delay.
Indeed.
So I'm pretty sure Aradella's corpse is still down there somewhere.
No,
She's already been buried, Whips.
we will know in one of the DLC how we happen to find her. Ah, Evan, you came.
Why do we have a fade to black there?
I understand that you're willing to help us with this bothersome situation in the sewers. Needless to say, we will be very grateful for anything you might be able to do.
Let me see. I'll see if I can just beat up the monsters and convince them to go away. We'll be happy to help. We'll have to look out for each other after all. And besides, finding out what's going on here might help us with the labyrinth, conveniently enough.
I have sent some troops on ahead, but it will seem that the deeper parts of the tunnels are proving to be impassable.
That's what she said.
My guilty conscience is
From what my men have told me, there are many monsters down there, and they're far from friendly. Please, take the utmost care.
You know what this means, right, too? The monsters have been getting stronger lately.
Of course. But it's just a rumor.
Okay, back to the Ding Dong Dell sewers.
Well, here we are again. Can you hear my excitement?
Yes. Oh, yes, my Aranella died.
Alright, Lofty, you go in first.
Mazinga's men were right. These monsters don't look friendly at all, though they do look kind of cute.
Well, friends usually look cute despite there being monsters still.
Be on your guard, everyone. Lofty, you go first.
Why do I have to go first?
Because you're the most resilient of us. You're the comic relief. That means you have the less chance of dying.
Yeah, he has full
Did you
armor
see
because of being
Transformers: Age
comic
of
relief.
Extinction?
Oh, come on. Did the comic relief die in that one?
Yes!
Yes, actually.
Well, that was actually a bold move on their parts. That doesn't normally happen.
Yeah, I'll admit, Bayformers Age of Extinction, I legit like that movie.
The sad part, Jov, is that I kind of wish he would have done that with the previous movies. Like, they actually got a good comedy relief character, and yet they kill him off. Like, how about killing the Beavis bot from the previous movies? You know, the one that humps Megan Fox's leg in Revenge of the Fallen. Like,
Yes.
Wasn't he dead at that point because of... Oh, I think he was dead at the end of Transformers.
Well, I know. What I mean is, it would be at the very least a bit cathartic to hear the annoying comedy reliefs from that movie be killed. But no, this time in this movie, you actually got good comedy relief, and yet you killed them off. Really, Aaron? Really? Ugh. Talk about being tone deaf. Ugh.
Oh, this is the Necromancer from the beginning of the game.
All right, Jova.
We're doomed.
It's a source. It's a she. It's a she.
Yeah, she's female.
Are you alright? Okay, then. Do I look alright to you?
I mean, we're seeing on your back. Oh, there you go.
What? You're King Evan, aren't you? What in the world are you doing down here?
Gotta love Tani's serious pose.
You're in grave danger. Don't worry about me. Save yourselves while you still can.
We're not going anywhere.
Lady, it's kind of our job at this point.
Lady, we have to scour these fucking sewers all over again. I'm not turning back now.
I know that's right. We promised to help King Malzinger clear out the sewers. Can you tell us what's been going on?
Well, you see... The rest of the team went to investigate further down, but
they haven't come back.
Did you actually push them down there?
No. That's terrible. We can't just leave them there.
Poor Lofty. Wait a second. How did they get down there? Did you actually push them?
No, I would never do that. I helped them with a little bit of magic.
Oh, so it's like in Golden Sun, you use force push. Good to know.
Well, do the same for us. Really? You wanted me to?
Alright, Lofty as usual, go first.
Are you serious? You don't know what could be waiting down there.
Well, I still want to go.
Basically, it's the game telling you, are you sure? Are you really sure to go down?
I'd be happy to cast a spell that'll transport you down there, Your Majesty.
Wow, you immediately went from "Are you serious?" to "I'd be very happy to transport you down there."
You Are you sure you want to take the risk?
Yes.
Well, if you're absolutely certain, down you go then. Boot.
No, Jola, this is not she's not Patches.
Alright, so let's see what exactly is happening around here.
Are we going to end up finding their remains?
Let's see. Okay.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Coming through.
Just
Nothing
have to
to
smash
see.
a few pots here.
See what loot they have.
Take that, pot!
Dun,
Take
dun,
that, kettle!
dun, 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 dun.
Alright.
Basically, back in the Newgrounds days, Roger Vanderwade made a Zelda parody where Link is just breaking all pots he sees, and while the Zelda theme plays.
Oh, you're still.
Well. It's him, Darth Vader. The Black Knight.
Just with a broken lens. I have you now.
Oh my God! He even said the same thing that Darth Vader said.
I have you now.
So it's like that final portion of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order where Vader goes absolutely apeshit against you.
So there you go. Unlike with the beginning of the game, this time we get to fight him for realsies and up.
Aw, we don't get to fight him when he's armored. What a shame.
All right. So yeah, he has the
I
Phantasm
hate to say
Field.
it, but he's looking even worse than before.
Until I have to explain this anyway, so might as well. So yeah, he has the Phantasm Field, which means we still don't have a proper way of defeating him. So what can we do?
So let me get this straight. All this time along, it was one of the minions of the Lair of Lords that killed Aranella.
We're going to explain what exactly the Black Knight is doing here still. Don't worry. Just wait a moment. Alright, cutscene now.
Yeah. Lives.
Don't get blast me so much as scratching the swamp.
Shiroi?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Wow, we're just breaking out the Star Wars references, aren't we?
Sure, why not?
Easy.
Zim money.
Do we do?
Hold on, we're thinking. Let's see.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Let's think about what to do. Go ahead.
Don't panic. There'll be a way to beat him. There has to be. We haven't lost a fight yet. Unless we're scripted to. Wait, I've got it.
Alright, I got it.
We'll run away?
By evading at the very last moment, a foe can be caught completely off guard and his weaknesses laid bare. Aranella, you genius! That's what I need to do. If I can dodge at just the right moment, I can counter. I might be able to strike him where he's vulnerable.
Alright, so let's try that.
What if you can't get all the way in time? It's too dangerous.
Then write it on my headstone that I
have
died
battle
trying.
tested. Come on.
King Evan, he died trying, a bloody idiot.
That's what Nella would have done. I have to try. She's not here to protect me this time.
That's because she failed at her own advice, Evan.
Well, I'll just have to do what she did, but better. I'm
Alright.
going to Phoenix right the crap out of this. Dearest Nella, this is for you.
Alright.
Wait, who's Nella?
Oh,
I'm
you don't
sorry.
know. She was my maiden who
There you
kind of
go.
died against this guy.
Yeah, basically in gameplay this translates into...
Yeah.
Well, you will see in a second.
Alright, so the Ding Dong Discipline. The secret art of the Warrior Maidens of Ding Dong Dell allows you to slow down time significantly by pressing the analog stick and the left one button to evade an enemy blow at the last possible, aka use the dodge
Which
Now
mechanic.
it's time for the final climax, darling.
Once time has slowed down, you can use X or Y to perform powered up attacks. X will allow you to string together combos, where Y triggers a massive single strike. I recommend making a good combination of both. Start with a few combo first,
And then conclude
with a single strike. That makes it a lot more effective. Exploit the enemy's weak spots with these super fast blows to blast through phantasm fields with ease. So there you go.
If
Check
you-
this out,
if you
Lofty.
know-
I can control time now.
If you know the enemy attacks, this makes most boss fights, even in the harder level, particularly a joke, because you can manage to avoid them, having slowdown, being completely invulnerable to that, and dealing enough damage to them.
In the main campaign, yes. But however, that won't help you against the Lost Lord, I assure you.
Well, I managed to do it.
In normal mode, if I remember correctly, right, too? Because trust me, that will not help you in expert mode.
And
Well,
yeah, still have to try expert one. To be honest, boy, I'm over leveled and with very decent equipment, so
True,
I'm confident.
and trust me too. Like, for as good as the Ding Dong discipline is, trust me, you'll need more than just that to defeat the Solazium Slog from the second expansion.
We'll see.
Just to finish in style, why not?
It's over, Nella. It's finally over. Unless he comes back and I want to grind him a bit for XP.
No, he doesn't. There's no way to repeat this boss. So.
Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing, Evan. Who knew you had it in you?
It
You
took the
see me
power.
fighting.
It took the power of supersonic speed.
Don't say this fighting so far, Tani.
So yeah, and the Ding Dong discipline is not exclusive to Evan. Everybody can use them. You just need to equip it in the skills menu. So everybody can use the Ding Dong discipline. So again, so don't worry. The manual can be applied to everybody. Go ahead.
You know that lot.
That I did. I pictured just how Nella did it, and then it was like my body just knew what to do.
Wow! I wish training was that easy.
Typical shonen logic.
He's Taskmaster, photographic memory.
And thanks to your
Pretty
efforts, we
much.
now have a means by which phantasm fields might be destroyed. A most worthwhile exercise indeed. Lofty is also happy about this.
Mm-hmm.
We must report back to Evermore after the details of this technique. With enough research, the deeper reaches of the labyrinth may yet be reached. So yeah, now we have an easier way to take care of the phantasm fields. But first, let's report back to Mausinger.
Might as well. I see. So the Black Knight yet lived.
That was weird.
I actually really like this scene. Oh, go ahead.
Hmm.
This is a bit awkward, yes.
And after his defeat, the other monsters returned to their usual selves, which means they must have been under his influence.
Tainted monsters. Yeah, they were under his taintedness. So.
If I may be so bold.
He did not live exactly. In fact, we detected not the faintest trace of life within him. He seemed to be no more than a walking cadaver, animated by the hatred he took with him to the grave. Yeah, but again,
Wow, he really was Darth Vader.
typical paranormal logic of the spirit being, unfinished business, so he stays in the trying to find rage.
That hatred was mine. The rage and resentment I felt towards the grimalkin were what drove me. The Black Knight served me faithfully to the last, even taking on my own bitterness as his own.
Yeah, the Black Knight died hating the Grimalkin, so obviously that, yeah.
We won't that one day we will take our vengeance together.
Wow, they're even like the Sith, too.
It was I who sowed the seeds of hate, and yet it was he who paid the ultimate price.
Okay, it's official. Kirihino is a big Star Wars fan.
Jova,
Japan is not,
he himself said so, Jova. Don't worry.
King Marsinger, your kingdom's future is in your hands. You are its light and its hope.
Which is funny
Hello.
because your anger is what got everyone into this situation in the first place.
Semantics, Lofty, semantics. It is your duty to lead both Mousekind and the Grimalkin now. As for humankind, leave those to me. You don't have time to regret the past. You have too much ahead of you.
Thank you, Evan.
Yes.
You don't have to forget the Black Knight and his fate, but you can't let it stop you. You have to accept your past and move on. And I know you can do it.
I have a little something for you, Evan.
Oh boy.
A little reward, maybe. Ooh, a Boy King's
A Boy King scepter.
A wand, specifically.
What's this?
It's not a name.
He'll explain, actually. Go ahead.
It's a wand passed down through generations of my kind. A secret object in which we invested all our hopes of one day overthrowing the grimalkin.
Oh, thank you.
There's actually a good reason for him to give it away. Hold on, let him explain.
But those days are now gone.
Now they're passed down to a half grimalkin. Well, that's irony.
I have no use for it. It reminds me only of a rancor that casts its shadows over our people's past. But you can invest it with new hope. Use it to build a new future, one where light defeats darkness and hatred is replaced with love and some Kingdom Hearts stuff.
There you go.
I go into the bankrupt pit.
There you go. See, the true solution was the power of love all along.
No.
Thank you, King Mazinger. I shall treasure it.
No.
After how much is it worth?
Thank you, Evan, for all you have done. May you and Evermore go from strength to strength.
About 5,000 G.
Wow. Right then.
Actually, you cannot sell this particular one. The story important, relevant items cannot be sold in this game. It's
Also, you gotta,
it's
you
typical in
gotta sold
JRPGs.
Excelsior.
It's kind of like how the Kingdom Key in Kingdom Hearts cannot be. Well, actually, no, it's not even. Sorry, I forgot. It's kind of like how Donald and Goofy's initial weapons in the Kingdom Hearts games cannot be sold, unlike the others. This is common in JRPGs. Anyway, martial methods are secret techniques derived by certain legendary soldiers to give them the edge in battle. So yeah, the Ding Dong Discipline is not the only martial method. There's actually a total. In fact, there's two with each of the paid expansions. From the main menu, open the Equipment and Skills menu, and then select the Martial Methods tab to see which of these arts are available to you. So you're probably wondering, what about those manuals that we've been collecting? The skills associated with each method can be learned by taking the books you find in the labyrinth or to the training grounds in Evermore and completing the required research. So yeah, those manuals actually have to do with the martial methods. Press X, Pedro, if you don't mind.
Press X to Pedro.
Yes, press X to tutorial. Skills learned this way can also be resetted by spending a few King's Guilders, allowing you to make the most of all the methods available to help you conquer the... Yeah, that's another... leaf book first. Top tidying tips. Remember to dust down the back of bookshelves. You may find some surprising things down there. Hint, hint. Sweets, dolls, pictures. Oh, and martial manuals. Yes, it pays to clean those tricky to get to places. So yeah, that's the game's...
All right.
Shirei? Racha, there.
You found a martial manual?
Indeed I did. I just blown the dust off it. AKA, come here into this specific place in the picture and get it for you. Player, if you don't mind. So yeah, what the game was also saying, again, it boils down, one thing that I also love about the customization of the martial methods is that the different skills that you get for the martial methods, you cannot get all of them. Even if you get all the manuals for a specific martial method, you cannot possibly equip all of them. So you have to use your maximum of 20 points and allocate. Okay, think of it. Okay, for the sake of Shiro and Jova, think of it like the ability system in the Kingdom Hearts games, where you have ability points and there's only a maximum of abilities you can equip depending on how many ability points you have. It's the same thing here. Except here it's even more limited because there's nowhere near as many skills as in the Kingdom Hearts games. So
not just that, in here, once you encase them, I think it's permanent until you hit a specific button that resets them.
Yeah. Basically, what you do is you equip a total of your points for all the skills you can get. And when you want to try a different combination, reset by spending a few King's Guilders. Hello there, Your Majesty. There's something I need to give you. Here, please take this.
Right, I read it from Leaf Book. Who knew social media could be so productive for our race?
The secrets inscribed here are incredibly powerful. At first I thought I'd better take it to the storeroom for safekeeping.
But that would have been a bad idea, because then it would have taken us forever to find it.
But King Mausinger said I should give it to you instead. He said you'd probably be needing it soon.
A Last Will and Testament booklet. Wait, what?
As a matter of fact, I was just about to go and find you to hand it over. So it's really better convenient you turned up when you did.
Oh, Mausinger, you still tried to kill us.
Nah, he wouldn't, would he?
Alright, a volume of the Manual of the Maiden. So there you go. In fact, I think now I'm about to go to Evermore and show you guys the skill system on the martial methods, I think. But first, let's get those pesky exclamation points out of my hair. Oh, I think I'm checking the weapons right now, yeah. Yeah, I was just checking if the new weapons I got were powerful enough for equipment purposes.
These kinds of pause menus, can you imagine what the characters are doing in real time while Evan's doing this? They're just standing around doing nothing, going, nice weather.
It's like they're waiting for the player to finish equipment. You see, Dwebs,
They're wondering why Evan is always on his phone.
Yeah. Excuse me for a second. I need to change your weapons, but I like my weapon. I'm changing your weapon.
Alright, so let's check those that skill system of the martial methods, shall we? So there you go.
Oh, by the way, Evan, how did we build that river around your palace?
Alright, let's put this thing on tag, yeah.
Evan, I need an answer, man.
Evan, maybe...
I'm thinking about it, okay?
So yeah, from this point on, the training
feel the
centers
water,
actually gain a second purpose. There you go, method points acquired, using them 2 times to increase method points for Ding Dong Discipline to 7, meaning you have a total of 7 ability points, for convenience sake, we'll call them that from now on. Which meaning you can equip a total of skills. There you go. There's 3 martial methods we have. The normal one, which is classic style, which is the default one from the base game. And we have 2... oh, there's a third one in there with a question mark. We'll get back to this. Alright, so we have Wide Awake, which gives us more golden glimpse. Devil's Delight, Soldier Search. So yeah, basically there's the martial method points for the base style actually are found in different ways. They're found by finding them on the labyrinth and other stuff. So these are actually the hardest ones to get because they involve a lot of grinding to get. Don't worry, it's not that big a deal anyway. Anyway, there you go. We have a total of 7 method points for the Ding Dong Discipline, and as you're gonna see, each skill has its number of points, meaning you have to make good use of. And remember, the maximum number of method points for each martial method is 20 when you get all the manuals, meaning you cannot possibly equip all of these, so you have to make a compromise. Depending on read this, what each skill does very carefully, and decide which ones would be more suitable to how you would like to use them.
I recommend investing for this one in a longer slow down time and boosting your regular attacks.
Yes. However, personally, my personal favorite martial methods are the one that involves the tinker, the one involving item management and stuff with the items.
No, I'm talking about how to boost this particular one in a more efficient way.
Sure. Wolf's Paw, which slightly increases the strength of Ding Dong Discipline's power attacks. So there you go. And you can the Bear's Paw spell as a result of it.
Tiger Fury and Jackal's Bargain.
There you go.
I said Chekhov's bargain for a second.
Minnow's Jig. Firing while dodging triggers immunity. There you go. So yeah, basically it's all these skills. And again, like I said, like read what they do, and depending on what sounds more useful to you or what would fit your playstyle the best, by all means go and equip them. My personal favorite martial method is one from the second expansion, which I will not say the name of because it will involve spoiling something.
Yeah.
There you go. A total of 7 points skill. There is a third one, but we'll get back to this. So yeah, like I said, you can equip for all of them. There you go.
Makes sense.
It's also important again, having a balanced party is always important. So make sure. So I would recommend making sure the 3 party members you bring with you have different martial methods. one with the Ding Dong discipline, of course, and others may have others that serve other uses, so that you don't. That way, you have a bigger arsenal to handle the boss battles. So that would be cool. Anyway, everybody, in the next part, we go back to the labyrinth and take care of those pesky phantasm fields.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.